what you made me.
Kenobi Episode 3. Best words I can describe this episode would be
Wow. 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 Wow.
wow. I mean, Episode 3, folks, is peak Star Wars. Like, I don't know what it is. I said this in one of my live streams one time, but when Star Wars is on top of their game and they give us stuff like Episode 3, Mandalorian Season 2, it hits different, folks. I don't know how to describe it, but man, there's an awesome suit-up scene for Darth Vader. There, one little nitpick I'm gonna have: Darth Vader's supposed to have like 3-piece setup for his helmet. They connected the headpiece to the face piece and made it all one as in two. No. Keep it 3 pieces, please. Other than that, suit-up scene was very cool. Oh man, it was just so good to hear Darth Vader, see him in live action again. Kenobi and Leia, at the end of Episode 2, escape from Riva. They go to this planet. Riva tracks them. Basically, long story short, after Riva tracks them to this planet, Vader goes down to the planet, and that's where this freaking episode just blew me away. The moment that Kenobi felt that Vader was on the planet in the little town where he was bone chilling, hair standing up, and this is Vader in his prime, and oh my god, thank you Disney for not keeping it G-rated basically for the kids. And whew, Vader's brutal, folks. I mean, he just randomly force choke grabs a dad out of a window. Son comes running screaming, Vader snaps his neck. They show this, like, what? Wasn't expecting that. Kenobi's terrified, and Vader's just doing this to draw Kenobi out, and oh man, it was awesome. Kenobi finally meets up with Vader. They do fight in this episode. We weren't expecting that this early, but hey, I will freaking take it. So, Kenobi, as Vader's popping up, in one of the coolest shots for him to pop up that you see actually in the card for when you want to click to watch Kenobi, ignites his saber. Kenobi grabs his out, decides to run away. And Kenobi, I'm pretty sure, is running away just to buy Leia time to try to get to the ship so they can get off planet. And then Kenobi thinks he outruns Vader. Vader starts talking to him. Finally, Kenobi ignites his lightsaber. We've been waiting for it. And you can just tell he is just scared out of his mind. Rightfully so. He thought he killed his apprentice. And no, he's back. I'd say in the flesh, but there's barely any flesh left. But very cool freaking scene. In the dark, you just see the lights on Vader's chest. He comes out, ignites his saber. Very cool. Kenobi runs again. Vader has a little moment with him where it's like, was it The Empire Strikes Back, where Luke is running, looking for Vader, and Vader comes out with his lightsaber, tries to strike him. Kenobi's trying to fight, but you can just tell because Kenobi been away for 10 years, pretty much disconnected from the Force at this time, just has no chance against Vader, and Vader is toying with him like a cat with a mouse, and just all these strikes Vader are doing is with one hand, telling Kenobi the years have made you weak, which they have. Kenobi gets away from Vader again, and we have a very cool scene where Vader puts some flammable objects on the ground, grabs Kenobi with the Force, sparks this stuff with his lightsaber, throws Kenobi in the fire to make him pay for what he did to Anakin, and oh man, it was just, this episode was so good. You just, like I said, Vader is in his prime, and this is some of the best Star Wars content we've had in a while, besides like The Mandalorian. It's just, I cannot wait to see Episode 4. I know we're hoping that we're going to see Kenobi reconnect with the Force because he needs to be able to fight Vader. I cannot wait to see where it builds up for them to fight one last time before the season ends. Folks, this episode, I don't normally give perfect scores, but this episode was pretty much like a 10 out of 10 for me. Got everything I wanted to see from this episode. It was beautifully shot with the scenes with Vader, and man, Episode 4 is going to be a good one, folks. Just tune in and stay along for the ride. Thanks everybody for joining in on this episode of Kodos Cove. Hey, stick with me. I'll be giving reviews for each of these Kenobi episodes. Peace and love, everybody.